Okay, so let's continue the automation. So in the continuation for the previous session. Okay, so we have created the job, right? When you create any job, so what you can do, you need to specify the name of the job. So after that, you can specify the how many steps in that job you want to create. So just to make it, how many steps you want, that is also our choice. So basically, when you want to perform any kind of things like these backups or any schedule kind of things, depends on the requirement. So we may create one or two steps, okay, or more than that also. There is no any restriction for creating the number of steps. Okay, so now here I created the step name in step 1 and database name I'm selected DB4 and command. So which command? So the SQL command I want to paste here. I already created. So just copy it. So then unfortunately that window got closed. So just give the step name as step 1 and select the database you want, DB4 you want, you can take it and just paste it. So when you write the query in SQL Server query window and copy paste here, they won't get any syntax errors. If you directly, if you know the command, okay, fine. But if you directly type here, if you get any error here, nothing will is to identify very difficult because this is the text editor, right? So until unless again you will get the error, again you come back to here and you need to fix it. So better suggestion, go and prepare the query in your query window and just simply copy paste it. If you want to perform more kind of queries, just like there is a go command, go for continue to the next query. Like that, if you want to take multiple backups as well, DB backup. So if you want to take DB2 also, for example, or DB3, which is in restoring state, that won't contact the backup. Okay, DB1, okay, fine. So just give the DB3 space disk equal to secret. Basically, if you see here, after two space is there, but when it is show here, it is not showing as there is no space. That type of some problems will come. Better to create the query in query window and you can copy paste it like that. If you want to make multiple queries, this is the way. If you have single query, so directly you can paste it and go to the advanced. Okay, so here what we have done, I am taking two database backups. Okay, 1 second. So when coming to the advanced, so here you make it master also, no problem, master, because we have mentioned the database names inside. If you want to take the backup, database name should be the master. Okay, so coming to the advanced, what here we need to specify. So on success, for example, if you have multiple shifts, for example, you want to take the differential backup also in the same job. So you need to create the two steps, one for full backup, one for differential backup. So here, what is the step here? On success, go to the next step. That means if first job is success, then only you can take the execute the second job. So first back is our full backup job. Second job is differential job. If full backup success, then only we can take the differential backup. So if you want that type of criteria, so you need to make it like this. On success, go to the next step. On failure, quit the job. That is here. On success, For example, if you don't have the multiple steps, you have only one step, right? In that case, quit the job reporting as success. So first step లో సక్సెస్ అయితే సక్సెస్ రిపోర్ట్ తో క్విట్ అవ్వమని చెప్తున్నాము. దెన్ వీ కెన్ గో టు ద ఫెయిల్యూర్, దెన్ రిపోర్ట్ క్విట్ యాజ్ ఫెయిల్యూర్ ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఫెయిల్యూర్. నెక్స్ట్, okay, for example, even though if the job is failed, after how many intervals, how many time intervals again you need to run. So this is the retry attempts. So you can give any for example 2 or 3 or 5, that is depends on our choice. Mostly we can make it 2 or 3. Okay, so if I mention 2, what is the meaning of these retry attempts? Means even though if job fail, okay, so again we are telling that if success means it won't go and execute. On failure, retry attempts means if it is failed, then again retry for 2 times. That is the meaning of retry attempts. How much interval? And that means after how many minutes we can retry. Okay, just after 15 minutes of the job failed, you can retry. So that means after failed, this retry attempts will try every 15 minutes for 2 times. You mentioned 2, right? Retry attempts 2 means twice will try and that will quit it. Okay, then it will automatically quit from here. This is the some additional benefit is also available. No, I don't want to retry. If it is failed means then it is enough. Okay, that means you don't enter anything. Okay, so for example, if the job is success or failure, whatever it may be the reason, you want the output, why it is failed, why, how it is success. You want to know this, you can make it the output file. You can browse it and you can specify the location where you want, then it will go to that. So if I mention here the any backup share location, then file name you can give the jobs log. Okay, you can mention like this, then it will be your job on success or on failure. If any reasons, then it is going to write the output into this output file. That means overall execution summary. Definitely if on success means it will be go and write in the success with some date and time. If on failure, it may success on failure. What is the reason why it is failed? That is the, we have a one more option is also available here. Next one, output file. Output file, this we specified. Append output to the existing file. If you enable this, it will be append to the existing file for every time. So you don't want append, just you can keep it, it will create automatically. Okay. Okay, so these are all some options are there. If you want, you can keep it, otherwise leave it. Okay, just I'm clicking OK. So this means job created in the first step. After that, steps coming to the steps, first step completed. So there is no steps. I'm not creating any other steps, one step only. For example, in the later point of view, you want to change this job again. For example, just come to here and just click the edit button. Your job will be edit. If you want to do any modifications, and you can save it. Okay. For example, if you want to add one more backup you want to take, you can add that script here. For example, if you want to delete one database from here, you can delete from here. If no changes, fine. If you want to edit, there is an edit option. You can edit. Okay, for example, you don't want this step. You want to delete this step. So just select the step and you can select the simply delete it. It will delete automatically. Okay. Job got deleted. Once again, step one. Okay. Okay. Fine. I am taking only one backup. No issue. On success, report success. On failure, report failure. Okay. Output file also I am not taking. Okay. That is all the options are available. Next, go to the general option is there. Job name created and go to the steps. How many steps you have created? Then go to the next scheduler. What time you want to schedule? This is the very important. Okay, I want to create one schedule. Schedule means what time, what date you want to execute this. That is the identification where we can specify that concept is called scheduling. Okay. Okay. So here also just SCH schedule one. If you know the proper names, you can give it. Otherwise, if you give the name for job is clearly enough. If name of the job is clear, then we can easy to understand. No need to give all the names properly in the each and every operator or schedule or steps. That is not required. Just you can give it as simple. If you have multiple steps, step one, step two, step three. If you have multiple schedulers, schedule one, schedule two, schedule three, like that, can give it any simple meaningful names. Okay, so I am giving SHE1 means schedule 1. Okay, here again different options are there. This we need to know. As a DBA, we need to know the thorough scheduling process, because we may get different kinds of requirement. So how we can map here, that is the very important thing. Okay, some databases, some of the servers you want to take backup on weekly basis, every week on Sunday. Some databases, some of the servers you may want to take on every Saturday, or some of the databases you want to take on every month end. Some of the databases you want to take on every quarter end, yearly. So there will be a different kind of requirement will get. So if any requirement will get into our queue, how we can analyze? First, we need to understand the requirement. So schedule type. Okay, are you going to perform on recurring means it is a continuous process. Maybe any daily or weekly or every Sunday or every Monday or every month end or every year end. If any kind of thing started and it is going on the same day continuously, that process is called recurring. Okay. So if your job is going to performing on recurring basis, you can select schedule type as recurring. Okay, next one. On time. So maybe your job is scheduling on one time. Sorry, not on time, one time. One time means this job will executed only one time and it will never execute. That concept is called one time. That means if you want to perform, that you can make it schedule. For example, now I want to take only one database backup. I don't want to take in any recurring process. So then you can select the one time and you can close it. In future again, if you want to take, again you can come and schedule it again one time. So this is the one time. If you want any time, you can select it. That is called one time process. Okay, for example, I want to take the backup now 12:30 only. That means Sunday 12:30 noon. No, I don't want any after any every Sunday I don't want. You want to take one time, then select the one time. You want to continue process a certain recurring basis, you can select recurring. This is the two very important things we are frequently using. Okay, next two more options are there. Start automatically when SQL Server agent start. This means your job will run whenever the SQL Server agent service started, your job will be run. This is not good for our purpose. Next one, start whenever the CPU become ideal. You can execute the job when CPU become ideal. This is not also not recommendable. So, but we have an options. If you want, you can take it. That means when you want to run the job, it may consume some kind of CPU utilization. So when you schedule a job, if it is taking more CPU, in that case, when you run a job when the CPU become ideal means CPU utilization is whenever it is free, at that time your job will be run. Maybe any related to that CPU jobs, you can select that option is better. Any service related things, then you can select automatically when the SQL Server agent starts. But those two are not suitable for in this scenario. We don't want to take the backup when the agent starts. If you don't want to take the backup when CPU become ideal. These two are there is some separate requirement. When you want to get that requirement, then you can choose that. But mostly 99% recurring or one time. These two are only we are using. So in the real time basis, the first time we need to make it the scheduling process. Mostly it would be the recurring, right? Okay, let's come to the, I selected the recurring and you need to ensure that the enabled option is enabled or not. Sometimes this will be disabled. You need to make sure that this should be an enable option. That means you can just select it. By default, it will be the enable. Just we need to cross check. Okay. Next, if one time means first one will be enabled. So this is the recurring, right? It is asking recurring. What is your recurring process? Are you want to, what is the occurrence? Do you want to take daily or weekly or monthly? What is your criteria? Okay, I want to take weekly, for example. Okay, what is the weekly criteria? Are you taking on, okay, reoccurs every week on what? Every Monday are you taking? Or every Tuesday or a Wednesday? Whatever the day you want, you can select it. For example, I am selecting Sunday. Every Sunday. That means this job schedule recurring on weekly basis for every Sunday. That is the basic step of when you want to run. On which date? Date is okay. Next, on what time you want to run it? Occurs every 1 hour or 2 hours. Otherwise, you want to specify the time. Occurs at what time? There is a first 2 are the hours, minutes, and seconds. What time you want? Okay, I am making as occurs every 1 hour or 1 minute or 1 second. I am making as if you want to continuously take, you can take it. Otherwise, you want to know the time, you can make it. I want to take every day 11 p.m. So PM means you need to specify the 23 is the 24 hours time zone. Okay. If you mention the 11 means that should come in the morning. That is the occurrence time I mentioned. Okay. Next, duration. When you want to start, are you going to start from today onwards? By default, it will be the today date, and end date means you want to specify, you can specify. For example, you want to run your job forever. Forever means no end time. This will run on every Sunday until unless the server is available. This will be executed. For example, you want to take these scheduling backups on only for 1 month. Let's you have a requirement. Then you can select the end date also. End date will be the May 1st to May 31st. If you know that requirement, then you can choose it. If you don't know that, then simply no end date. Okay. So any doubt here? This is the one scenario. Okay. This is the weekly scenario. For example, if this is everything is okay, just simply click the OK. These all changes will saved. Maybe your requirement. Let's come to the next scenario. Daily. You want daily. Okay. See, when you select the daily, the down process, everything is in the down, the whole process options got changed, right? The previously it is weekly. According to the weekly, the options got changed. Now we selected daily, and daily options will come. Okay. Okay, daily occurs every day. Yes. Or you want every 2 days? Maybe you can select once in 2 days. Maybe you want to come every 10 days. That option is also there. Okay, every day occurs at what time? 11 o'clock. Duration, when you want to start. You want to start and end time. This is the daily concept. This is only the one time will come. Daily one time. This is not week base. This is the daily base. Daily base means you want to specify the date when you want to start. This is the one requirement. Next one, monthly. If you select the monthly, again the options got changed according to the month basis. If it is monthly, okay, occurs every month, yes. On what day? First of every 1 month. That means every month first you want to execute, or second of every month, or 10th of every month, or 30th of every month. That option is also available. First of every month means every month first day. The first, whatever the date is came, the first, that means March 1st, May 1st, June 1st, July 1st, like that it will be executed. If you select second means second of every month, March 2nd, June 2nd, like that. If you mention 10th month, May 10th, June 10th, like that. So that is also possible. Okay, that is the one category. Next one, if you go to the second option, again, you want to take on month of every first Monday you want to take. See, so many options are there. A number of options are there. We can make it excellent category of scheduling. Okay. Okay. So the every first Monday of every month, it will execute on every first Monday. Whatever the date is not issue here. Every month, first Monday. For example, tomorrow is Monday. So that means May 2nd is the Monday, first Monday. That will come the first Monday will execute. Again, next first Monday, next month, first Monday, whenever it is come, then on that day it will execute like that. Maybe you want second Monday only you want to execute, it will execute only the second Monday. You want to execute third Monday or fourth Monday or last Monday. Last Monday means in the month, what is the last Monday? It will execute. The same for any day, or Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday or anything. Okay, I will tell you the different scenario. These weekdays, Wednesdays, okay. Next one. For example, if you want to execute the last day of every month, then select the last from the first bag drop down and second from day. If it is execute last day of every month, that means whatever the day. Some months may have 30, some months may have 31st. In Feb may have 28th. If it is a leap year, 29. So whatever it may be the criteria on that month, what is the last day, that will be scheduling criteria. Okay, next one. If you want to take weekday, the last weekday, that means weekday means Monday to Friday we consider as a weekday. Saturday, Sunday we consider as a weekend. So if you want to take your backup on last week, last every month, last weekday. That means if you consider this month last weekday is 27th. Okay. So the 27th will execute. 31st, sorry. 31st will execute. Okay, you consider last weekend. This month last weekend. That means Sunday. 30th will execute. See, we have multiple options are there according to our requirement. Maybe you want to take on first weekend. First weekend means today only. Today is the first weekend day. Like that, we have multiple options. If you want, you can change. The remaining is occurs. You want to specify the time, you can specify it. Or if you want to don't specify the time, you can occurs every 1 hour or 2 hours, or you can mention like that. Okay, I'm going with the recurring on daily occurs at. I'm specifying according to the current time 12:35. Now the time is 12:32. I'm specifying 35. I'm clicking OK. I'm specifying one time. I'm specifying the time 12:35:00. That's enough. I'm clicking OK. The alerts are notifications, so that we'll see later. Okay. So let's see, now the time is 12:33. This time also don't consider your time. Wherever you install the SQL server, on that server, what is the time? Based on the time, that time zone, it will follow your scheduling process. So whatever there will be a wrong time, that wrong time only will follow. If there is a CST time, that time will follow. If it is a IST time, that time will follow. So that is the depends on the requirement. So now the 34, let's go and check your job. If agent job open, okay, so your job is created or not, just check it. Job is created. DB4 full backup I given. If you go and verify it, is it executed or not? If it is executed, it is showing your history. Just refresh it. Once 12:35 came, it should come run and it should coming to here. If it is success, it will show success like this. So like this is the different job. Okay. Okay, now it is came. Backup came. 12:35 now time. Job is executed. Job is success. If you expand it, it will show Step 1, executed DB backup. If you want, you can go and verify it. Is it generated or not? Go to the my computer, D drive. I mentioned direct D drive, right? Date to modify, you can select it. See, this one we have given, right? Full backup DB4. Only one thing I have given. So this is the 1/05/2022 means May 1st, 12:35. So that is the just whatever we schedule that time. So this is the where. So this I have scheduled one time. You make it as every day. Every day it will generate the backup automatically and store into the D drive. This is the way we can schedule the options, right? If you want to check your job is success or not, just go to the jobs, okay? Jobs, and you can open the job, whatever the job you want to verify, just right click that job and select the view history. It will show all the history when your job got executed. If error, it is showing error. If it is success, it is showing success. You want to see all the jobs, for example, just there will be a job activity monitor. Just double click that job activity monitor. It will show all the jobs. How many jobs you created in the server? Total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 jobs got created. So this red mark means it is disabled currently, not active. So if it is showing everything. When your job is enabled, status currently is running or ideal, currently nothing is running. Last run outcome, success or failed, last run date and time, then the next run. If you make it as scheduled recurring, it will show the next run also when it will be run. Next category, what category you want to create any mirroring or log shipping. See, if I created the log shipping earlier, it is showing as log shipping. If nothing is created, just for your local on purpose, okay, other purpose it will come. Next, runnable, yes, schedule, yes. This is all information also you can able to see if any job failed. If you select any failed job, if you select the failed job, why it is failed, you can see the history as well. So that's all about the MS job, MSDB, how it's executing, okay, how it is working. The next one, alerts. If you want to create any new alert,
నా స్క్రీన్ షేర్ ఆగింది ఆపారా
ఆపలేదే,
ఆగిపోయింది ఒకసారి చూడరా ఆగిపోయి
నువ్వు మళ్ళీ రీజాయిన్ అవ్వ, నీకు ప్రాబ్లం. మిగతా వాళ్ళకి కనిపిస్తుందా?
సరే
హలో Harishi. Okay, anyway, that's all for today.